Hello, this is Sophia from Coding S. Today, let's look at number 394, decode string. So we have input of this encoded string, and the rule here is to times the number and the string within the bracket, and then plus the other one. So the key rule here is to see the number just before the opening bracket and then times the number and the string within the bracket. So for this kind of problem, like we have an opening bracket and a closing bracket, and we need to do something within the string about the strings within the two brackets, we often use the stock here. So we have stock current count. So we have the number and also the character. We set the current count as 0 and current string as empty. So from the input string, we have only 4 types of observations: digits, characters, opening brackets, and closing bracket. If we know what to do when we come across each one of these 4 observations, we are done with this problem. So for I and S, we come across every element in the input string. If I equals opening bracket, and the second situation is the closing brackets, and the third one is a digit, and the last one is the elements is a character. So from here, if we come across an opening bracket, we need to store all the characters and all the numbers in the stack so that we can pop up the elements that we want when we know what is the string within the 2 brackets. So here we just append the current string and also we append the current count, and then we say the current string as empty, current count as 0. When we come across a closing bracket, we know that we have come across all the elements within these 2 brackets, and then we want to do the calculation here. First, we want to know what is the number before the brackets, and since we lastly append a count here, so we just can get a count by pop up the stack, and we can get the account. We can get this number. And what about, for example, like the second example? If we pop the 2 from the stack, and then we need to times 2 and C, but we need to also add the A. We need to also add the string that in the stack, and since we first append the string to the stack and then append the count to the stack, we pop up the count, and then if we pop up the stack again, we can get the string here. So we can get the previous string also using the pop-up function. And then we can do the calculation. We want to use the count times the elements within the brackets and then add the previous string. So we can get our current string as prev string, add count times current string. So what about the current string? The current string is all the elements within the brackets. So here, when we come across a character, we need to add the current. We need to add the elements to the current string. And if we come across a digit here, we want to add a digit, but we want to know, we want to pay attention to a problem like, for example, in all three examples, all the numbers are one digit. But what about like this situation? We want to know, we want to times 200, not 0, 0, 2. We want to treat all the digits as a one number. So we want to use 200 times a. So here, how do we came across? When we came across 2, we can add it to the current account. But when we came across 0, how we get 20? We can use like 2 times 10 plus 0. Like here 1, and then we can get, now our current count is 20. And when we come across 1, we want to 20 times 10 plus 1, so we can get 200. So here we have our current account equals current account times 10, and then add integer of I. Since here, when we came across the closing bracket, we can do the calculation of current string, and then in the end, we just need to return our current string. Yeah, so that's it. The main idea here is that we want to store the elements and also the digits that we came across before the opening brackets into stack, and then when we came across all the elements within the two brackets, we want to pop up the elements from the stack and do some calculation, and finally we can get our results. So that's all. Thank you.